Hello, Pisces. How are you? This is Jess from Soul Star Healing and Tarot. Hope you guys are great. First of all, I apologize that I could not get to your reading last week. I am a makeup artist. That's my daily job. And I just was slammed last week and couldn't finish my water sign. So thank you for your patience. We are here. And we will be doing a collective manifestation reading for Pisces. You can watch for anywhere that Pisces is in your chart, but the strongest energies are Sun, Moon, Rising. You can watch for your inner planets. That's your Mercury, Venus, Mars, or your North Node. Wherever it is that Pisces has importance to you. It is a collective reading, so it may not all resonate with you. I do recommend staying for the entire reading. There could be one message for you, and it could be towards the middle or end of the reading. And if you are not here, you will not get that message. So we are going to start with one Keepers of the Light Oracle to see who is guiding your reading today. Okay. Spirit, who is guiding this manifestation reading for Pisces? One card. Thank you. Ooh, very good. Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Okay, well, this is really great energy for manifestation. Honor your inner force, okay? Really, really, really focus on how powerful you are, all right? And pay attention. It says steps are being given. So take some quiet time, look for those answers that spirit is giving you on how to move forward, okay? So we're going to be using the Enchanted for Hoxa Tarot for this reading, and then I will be doing one White Light Oracle at the end. Okay, Spirit, what is Pisces manifesting at this time? 3 cards, please. Okay, one more card. Okay, beautiful. What are the challenges for Pisces in manifesting? 3 cards, please. Okay, one more, please. There we go. I feel like in so many of these manifestation readings, the Hierophant has been coming out, and especially the challenge position seems to be a collective challenge right now. Okay. What is the advice from Spirit? 3 cards, please. Okay. What is the potential outcome for Pisces? Okay, beautiful. Love it. Amazing. Okay, Pisces, let's start. So, manifestation, we start with the 8 of Earth. This would be the 8 of Pentacles. So, manifesting, this is a card about work. So there might be something in your work environment, or you're looking to manifest a change in the way that you show your dedication and ability to stay focused on your work, whatever it is you're working on. And this could be just working on this manifestation. It would be something that is extremely important to you, that you have a great deal of focus on, and you are looking for mastery of it. Okay. This is having the patience to diligently work on something until you can perfect it. So obviously, again, I said this is a collective reading. It will be different for everyone, whether it be a certain area of your life or this particular manifestation. You are really focused and looking to bring yourself to a place of complete knowledge, mastery of this. Okay. And then we have the temperance. So manifesting this is a huge healing process, bringing this balance into your life. This is a very high level of healing where you learn to take all of the trials and tribulations and traumas and difficulties you've had in your life, and you learn how to turn them into things that no longer hold you back, but things that make you stronger. You learn the wisdom from them, you gain strength from them. So they're no longer keeping you in a hindered state. They don't hold you back anymore. So it's I always say with this card, it's like tempering glass. When you temper glass, it goes through a very strenuous, rigorous process that should shatter it, but it does not. It makes it stronger. So this is a big change in how you think about your life, and we move ourselves from victimhood, okay, into a place of all of those experiences becoming our biggest strength, not our biggest weakness. And it's a beautiful thing to manifest, and it's life changing when you can do this, okay, because you're no longer held back by the things that have happened to you that have been difficult. You've become stronger from them. Good for you, Pisces. I love this manifestation. And then we have the Page of Water. So with this, especially in the position of the manifestation, I look at this as your your experiences in your cups energy or your water energy, love, whether it be with family members or your intimate partners, friends, you're looking to change the dynamic of that and have a new outlook and a new way of doing that that comes with more authenticity. So this might require some vulnerability from you, okay, where you approach love with a very open heart. Maybe you've been a little closed off in the past due to the things you want to heal, especially in this temperance card, okay? Um, Looking to present yourself from the heart in a very authentic way. Or you may be changing your expectation of how you expect other people in your life to present love to you, and you're expecting that authenticity from them. This can require some learning. So you may be, doing some reading or watching some podcasts, or listening rather to podcasts about healing emotionally so you can have this new start in the way that you have experiences in love. But it's very important to you right now, with this being a manifestation card, that you have this new approach, this new outlook on love. And your healing process here in the temperance will be extremely helpful for you to attain this. Okay. Challenges. Queen of Fire. So, with this Queen of Fire being a challenge, and this is the Queen of Wands, it first of all, this can be have to do with our motivation. So maybe you find this healing process and this manifestation a little overwhelming right now. And this is also our feminine energy. So in your feminine energy, you may not feel confident. You may not feel that you have the fire within yourself to pursue this healing. Um, and that can be a huge, huge obstacle in you staying focused on your manifestation, especially with the Eight of Earth there. Um, you also may feel that there's a little bit of unworthiness, like for you to expect to have authentic love. Are you worthy of it? Can you have that? Do you deserve that? Okay, so focusing on the aspects of the Queen of Fire that help you move this energy into a higher vibration, such as focusing on your passions, focusing on your creativity, really seeing the beauty within yourself, right? Because the Queen of Fire is a captivating queen. She's noticed when she walks in a room. And, you know, working on your confidence to kind of aspire to that, not in a conceited way, but knowing that every single one of us has something captivating and beautiful and attractive about us. We all have worthiness. And working on that self esteem a little bit would be really helpful right now, especially as you move towards your manifestations. The other thing with her, very important, Pisces, she is just as intuitive as the Queen of Cups, yet she does that with her gut intuition. So, if you've had a lack of trusting your gut intuition, this would be an indication that you want to work on that. And working on the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, balancing those energies would help you achieve that. Okay. Then we have in the challenge position this Nine of Fire, Nine of Wands. So you have a little bit of a challenge here in your Wands energy. Okay. So Nine of Fire. This is hiding behind our wounds. Okay. You may have in the past been identifying with your wounds, which would then be an obstacle to you working with this temperance energy and allowing yourself to turn those wounds into your strengths. Okay. So we don't want to identify with our wounds. We want to look at them as aspects of our life that has taken place, but they do not represent us as a person, as a soul. Okay. So there may be a need here to um, break off that connection that we have with the things that have happened to us in our life. And when we can transform, again, with this temperance card, the way we identify with those wounds that have happened to us, we can now take the energy we've been keeping ourselves in a victim mode with and transfer it to the things that help us move towards our passions and the things that we want to go to or move towards in that Queen of Fire energy. Okay. We don't want to use our energy to create a wall and a barrier around us. We want to use our energy to help us grow and reach our fullest potential. And then we have the Hermit here. I'm sorry, not the Hermit, the Hierophant. I'm sorry. So, especially with it in the challenge position, this could be a lack of faith. This could be a lack of faith in ourselves, a lack of faith in spirit, a lack of faith in the people around us that we are truly supported. Okay. So take an assessment of that. Where in this manifestation process do you have a lack of faith? Try to pinpoint it so you can look at it in a very logical way and see where you can step in and bring that into balance so it's no longer an obstacle or a challenge for you. The other thing with the Hierophant in this position is we may have to be a little rebellious and go against some traditions or expectations with people around us when we make big changes like this with ourselves. Okay. Some people don't like to see us change. They like us when we are vulnerable and stuck in our wounded state. We're easier for them to control. Okay. And there's some cards here that are going to help me clarify that more for you. But it's okay for you to ruffle some feathers if you're working on yourself and working towards reaching a better relationship with your authentic self. If people don't like to see you heal and grow and ascend, that's not your problem. That's their problem. Okay. Anybody that is truly there for you will support you through your growth process and pat you on the back as they see you achieve it. Okay. So if you have people like that around you, release some attachment to them, or at least come to an understanding that you have to do what you have to do for yourself. And people that don't like it, that's not really your problem. Okay. You are 100% validated to work on yourself and improve, regardless of what anyone thinks about it. Okay? Advice from Spirit. I'm going to start with the middle card, okay? Because these two cards here are very connected. Nine of Earth. This is Nine of Pentacles. You can achieve all of the independence, all of the abundance, all of the prosperity, and that doesn't necessarily mean in material items, but you have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, rely on yourself, bring all of the resources into your life that you need, live a life of abundance. And abundance is not necessarily, like I said, um, having an attachment to material items. Okay. Abundance is our relationships and bringing in things into our life that help us feel grounded and secure and bring us stability for the long term. Okay. Those can be relationships, it can be situations. All of that is available to you. It's just your belief system about it. Going back to that Hierophant card, having faith. Okay. But Spirit is saying here, they support you to become a very independent version of yourself. If you need help, if you need guidance, ask for it, because they are here to guide you through this journey to being the most beautiful version of yourself, standing on your own 2 feet, not reliant on anyone. Okay. So here we have the Four of Water and we have the Devil. Okay, so the Four of Cups. So here with the Four of Cups, Four of Water, it also is very connected to this Page of Water. So it has to do with your expectations and setting boundaries, especially in your water and cups energy, in your emotional relationships with yourself and your emotional relationships with other people. And with this card here, Spirit's telling me, again, it's collective, but for a lot of you, you haven't really been feeling that you have that support around you. And there's something in you that has been expecting the bare minimum and accepting the bare minimum from people in relationships. Now is the time to step up and really understand your worth and your value. And obviously, here with this manifestation, you're really working towards that with that Page of Water there, finding a new approach, a new perspective on love, a new way of loving. And whatever was going on in the past that left you very underwhelmed, okay, that's completely in your power to change. Okay, it's completely in your power to, you set the rules. I give this much, I expect this much back, and not feeling that your Three of Cups, because when we look at the traditional Rider Waite card, there's 3 cups standing up on the ground, and then there's 1 cup being handed from Spirit. Okay, the Three of Cups is your emotional support system. Your emotional support system has not really been pulling through for you. And Spirit saying here, don't accept it anymore. You get to set the rules on how your emotional relationships work. No more acquiescing, no more sitting by and letting other people pull the puppet strings. It's time for you to step up and say, this is what I want. This is what my relationships look like, and I will not accept anything less. Okay, and then we have the Devil here. Again, giving the power away. No more giving your power away. It's time for you to set those boundaries and structures with people, especially in your relationships. I feel like there's been something going on in the relationships here for you. So, no more sitting back and letting other people rule the show and set the rules. No more being controlled. It's time for you to take control and step up into the driver's seat and set the rules, set the boundaries, set the structures of your relationships with yourself and with others. Okay? Very big energy here with this Devil card. Potential outcome. We have the death card here. This is a huge transformational experience for you, and it is not happening by accident. Okay, this is happening for you. It is something that you are here to learn. And it requires absolutely that we do some deep diving on ourselves and look at our shadows and see things in ourselves that are difficult to look at, but see how we've been contributing to our life and the things that have been disappointing and our relationships not really reaching this higher vibration. Okay, whether you've been submissive or too assertive, we all play a role in relationships failing, okay, or being difficult or being underwhelming. So the big transformation here for you is to really start assessing where you've been playing a role in that and change that. And I do say with this death card very often that this is metaphorically like when a forest is burned down, okay? If a forest burns to the ground, everything is destroyed. But all the things that were burnt, all the trees and the brush and all of those things, they become this like nutrient rich um, what's the word, additive to the soil. So the forest that grows back is more abundant and more beautiful and more lush and even just more amazing than the forest that was there before, because all the aspects of the trees and forests that burnt down provide this very nutrient rich soil for a more blossoming forest to bloom. And that's what we have to do with ourselves sometimes. We have to let everything burn down to ash in order to become the most beautiful, abundant version of ourselves. Okay. So, difficult process, but absolutely rewarding to do. And that is available for you in this situation and working on this manifestation. The other thing that we have here in the potential outcome, when I was talking about the Three of Cups that are in the Four of Cups Rider Waite card, okay, now we have the Three of Earth. Now we have a grounded support system, okay, where absolutely can have to do with being emotionally supportive as well, but it's a very grounded support system, finding your tribe, the people that have your back through thick and thin, no matter what. They see your potential, they help you grow, they don't compare, they don't look at you with any judgment. They are purely there to support you 100% through your growth process and keep you stable when you need it, help you stay focused on the long term. Okay. And this is a beautiful gift that's coming to you if you can stay focused on your manifestation, a grounded tribe, a grounded support system that sees nothing but the best in you in all of your potential. And then we have the Six of Air, moving out of the turbulence that's been taking over your mental state. Okay. Learning to let go of a lot of the things that have been holding you stagnant. All right. This is us moving out of turbulence in our mind, moving out of a chaotic mental state into calmer waters, into calmer. So it's a combination of how our mental state affects our emotional state. Okay. And you're moving away from that turbulence. Okay. You're, you have your guiding light there and you're using it to guide you forward out of the difficulty, into the clarity, into the calm, into a place where you can really see things with clarity. All right. And this is there in the potential outcome for you if you stay focused on your manifestation. All right. Amazing. I love this for you, Pisces. So let's grab a white light oracle for you and see what the final message is for you. Spirit, may we have one card for Pisces? How would you like to end this reading for them? One card, please. Okay. And the messages in this book are quite long. I try not to read the whole thing, but sometimes it's just so poignant of a message that I have a hard time stopping. But here we have the Pearl of Sorrow. Taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. I think I was just saying that. You are going to resolve any issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. There's your death card. Okay, Pisces. You have courage and commitment to your awakening, Eight of Earth, and for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path this lifetime. Sharo is a Tibetan word meaning to arise or manifest and shine with radiant spiritual light. Sharo is the outcome of sacred alchemy, temperance. That's our alchemy card in the tarot. It is the manifestation of the pearl beyond price, created in the depths of the ocean, hidden away in a clamshell, away from prying eyes. This pearl symbolizes a beautiful blessing of unexpected grace. It began with an irritant caused it began when an irritant caused the formation of a luminescent coating. The healing response to that initial intrusion resulted in an organic creation of unestimable beauty, value, and uniqueness. So, this pearl can be a sacred catalyst. To arise spiritually, manifesting one's own priceless soul pearl, we are required to respond to an initially unwanted situation in such a way that our soul light and power is increased as a result. This soul alchemy evokes the inner pearl of radiant being. Such spiritual wisdom cannot be bought or sold, controlled, nor exploited. It is perfect, nourishing grace. Always free and always radiant with light. It is the inspirational triumph of creativity and healing. In the inner work of self transformation, we take that which appears negative and utilize it to increase our goodness. Temperance card again. However, we need to take care not to attribute the negativities to divine will that are actually caused by humans. Human beings have free will. Without it, there could be no growth, only a following of rules. For the soul, life is something like a multidimensional art class. It is allowed to create with absolute freedom, with the understanding that it will be responsible for its creations. That opens the path for truly beautiful and blessed offerings to the collective. It also opens the path to expressions of free will that create suffering. Whether our choices create liberation or enslavement to pain, it is the responsibility of human beings. This body has been given to us that we may learn and grow spiritually. We are all in that process, varying in our capacities and awareness, but ultimately progressing together. If some members of our human family are in such pain, they can only create further pain. That is their choice. As a group, we work to heal the causes of that pain to free them and the rest of us from such a tragic use of free will. When rare and precious members of our human family develop such luminous awareness that exuding light, they call us into greater peace and happiness, then those of us who are able to receive and share what they offer will do so for the benefit of all. Okay. This oracle has emerged in your reading because you have the capacity to become the light bearer. Safeguard your energy, yet trust that the light within is strong enough to see you through any struggle and eventually transform into a precious pearl of sacred empowerment. You have the wisdom in your divinely alchemical heart. You shall arise with dignity. Beautiful. I love this. And this page of water here with this card is so, what's the word I'm looking for? Synchronistic, okay? Because it has such a similar energy. This is a beautiful message for you, Pisces. I hope it resonated. If it did, I am a newer channel here. I ask you to support by subscribing, commenting, liking, any of those good things that we do to support channels here. Please leave a message or comment rather if this did resonate for you. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the luck. Bye bye.